Today's video is sponsored by Simply Safe. There's no safe like Simply Safe. So welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. Kind of a overcast and gloomy day today. We had a little bit of light rain this morning, but I managed to get some firewood split, and I just loaded up a nice red oak log on the Woodmizer. Now this log isn't as big as it looks, and what I'm saying is on the small end here, it's about 17 inches in diameter, but there's a lot of taper to it down there at the butt, probably about 23, 24 inches at that end. This is about a 12, 13 footer, and I have three uses for this log. Number one, I need to make some sideboards for the dump trailer. That has been long overdue. The reason I never put them on before, when I was pulling it with the half-ton pickup truck, the grocery getter, every pound mattered, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna make some nice red oak sideboards for the dump trailer. That's number one. Number two, I need some 4x4s out of that to pair up with this maple right here. I'll use that to build another skid for inside the woodshed. I mentioned before, we used to use pallets for the floor, and they're kind of a nightmare. You know, they don't last very long. Your feet break through them. You just kind of get all jacked up. So what I'm doing now is way better. I use 1.5 inch, like maple, pretty close together, on 4x4 runners, and you can walk all over them. They're nice and stable, and they're real good to stack wood on. The third thing that I'd like to get out of this log is a little bit of lumber for a small wood rack. Nothing real big, but for on the patio up at the building, just something maybe about 2 feet wide, 3.5, 4 feet high, just to keep wood in for the Brio fire pit we have up there. For the wood stove inside the building, I just keep a full IBC tote in the garage, and that makes it pretty handy. But anyway, before we get started on this log, we need to run out and check on something. If you remember a while back, maybe 2, maybe even 3 weeks ago, I planted some winter rye out in the clearing in the woods there, and it was real dry for the longest time, so nothing was happening. But we had some rain last weekend, and I haven't been out there, so we're gonna go check it out. Well, I was headed out in the woods, and I just got sidetracked. I got a text from Tom from Concrete with the Hosses, and he has concrete lined up for 8 a.m. tomorrow morning down at the cabin. So we're gonna be leaving very early. So with that being said, I had to hook up to the trailer, and I went out and picked up the rebar, and then later on today, I'll get the tractor loaded up and a bunch of tools and get ready for tomorrow morning. Because once we pour the concrete, I'll stick around and then later on in the day, I have some crusher run stone down there. I'll bring it right up to the top of the concrete so we can get the shower house delivered. We'll probably let the concrete sit about a week before we do that, but yeah, that's the plan for that. I got 10 pieces, 1/2 inch, 20 foot long. I put them on the side here. What I'll do, I'll loosen these straps up later on, load the tractor up, chain it all down, and then re-strap the rebar. I asked him just to make sure. I said fiberglass or steel, and he said he prefers steel. So that's what we got. But anyway, let's head out in the woods and see what the clearing looks like. I think I see a little green haze out here. Yep. Oh yeah. It's starting to grow. Yes, it is. Can you see that little green fuzz? It's starting to come up pretty well. But I tell you what, these leaves, it has been just a beautiful fall. And they're holding on this year, they seem to be. Even the maples, you know, real nice color. And the oaks, they are, they're just starting to turn, but it's been a beautiful fall around here. I'll be excited when this is nice, lush winter rye. All I'm really using this for is kind of a cover crop, just something to have on it over the winter. And the deer should like it as well, so that's good. Then in the spring, we'll figure out exactly what we're doing out here. I'm still going to work on my road this fall and winter, but yeah, there should be a lot of big things happening out here first thing in the spring. Earlier, I mentioned that today's video was sponsored by Simply Safe, and I want to thank them for sponsoring today's video. If you've watched our channel for a while, you know I take home security very seriously. It's a crazy world out there. And with the holiday season coming up, a lot of us are away from home and you like things to be safe and secure. Simply Safe offers comprehensive security for the whole home with advanced sensors and cameras to detect threats from break-ins to fires, floods, and more. 24/7 live guard protection, Simply Safe agents are ready to spring into action to keep you safe. They will assess the situation, contact you, and dispatch first responders to your address, even if you're away or unable to respond. The Smart Alarm indoor camera is the only indoor camera that can trigger the alarm and blare the built-in siren to instantly deter intruders. With 24/7 live guard protection only from Simply Safe, professional monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders in your home and stop crime in real time. Basically, with their combination of advanced sensors, all their technology, their professional monitoring, everything that goes with it, it gives you peace of mind. Another one of my favorite things about Simply Safe was the ease of installation. I had the entire system up and running in a single evening, and it has been glitch-free now for over 3 years. Unlike traditional home security brands, Simply Safe never locks you into a long-term contract, and there's no hidden fees. Professional monitoring plans are available for less than $1 a day, less than half the cost of traditional security systems. Save 40% on your Simply Safe security system when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring and get your first month free. Visit simplysafe.com/Morgans to customize yours. All right, we're gonna head back down to the sawmill now and saw up this nice red oak log. I'll tell you what, these are going to be the nicest sideboards in the county right here. That's what these two pieces are right here. They are 7 inches by 1.5 inches. Really nice stuff. Then I've got some 4/4 underneath that. And I've got some real nice 4/4 boards. They are 13 inches wide. Also some slabs that I will be able to get a bunch of firewood out of. This was good for bundle wood. I mentioned earlier this log had a lot of taper to it. So at that end down there, there's really nothing. But once you get down here, you've got 4 or 5 inches. Red oak is actually a pretty amazing wood. At least to me it is. It's hard, you know, it's dense, it's heavy, but yet it actually grows relatively fast. You know, not like pine or anything like that, but we have red oak around here. I can remember from when I was a kid. Makes me feel old because they've put on a lot of size since then. Got that one done. I'll show you what I did here in just a second. So I've got my 2 pieces of 6/4. That's 1.5 inches thick. Those are my sideboards for the dump trailer. I've got, I don't know, 6 or 7 4/4 boards, 1 inch thick, 13 inches wide. Another one 7 inches wide. And over here in the mill, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4 more 4/4 pieces. Another 6/4. This will be for the legs on the firewood stand. And this is 3 inches thick. I'll use this piece. That's the pith. That's the center. So it'll crack and check, but I'll use that for underneath that maple for the skid in the woodshed. I tell you what, no joke. I just love this sawmill. I do. My buddy Nathan from out of the woods, he told me when I ordered a hydraulic mill, he said that will change your life. And he was right. Not that there's anything wrong with the LX 150, but it is just night and day difference and so much easier. It's hard to describe how much easier it is using this mill than the LX 150. Also, people have been asking when we're going to pour the floor in this pavilion here. Realistically, probably spring. It's hard to say. We'll see what the weather does. Right now, the focus is on getting the cabin or the shower house, that pad poured. We're going to do it tomorrow. Get the shower house in place. We got the wiring done, and then we can start insulating the building up here. Melissa's going to be publishing a video on it. There's still a few things to finish in the kitchen, but we're using everything. It's fantastic. We got some furniture in there, nice dining room table. You'll see all that on Melissa's channel, Morgan's Off the Leash. We've got a bunch more license plates to put up. All kind of things going on in there. But yeah, I think that's about it for today's video. I'm going to load up the LX 4020 on the trailer. make sure I have all my tools and everything that I'm going to need for tomorrow. And I go to bed pretty early, but I think tonight I'm going to have to go a little extra early because I got to get up around 3, drive to West Virginia, and Tom will probably be working me like a dog tomorrow. So the good news is concrete comes at 8, so by 9, whatever happened, happened. You know what I'm saying? Well, I think that's about it for today's video. I appreciate y'all being here. I really do. I also want to thank Simply Safe for sponsoring today's video. And if you want more information on that, there'll be a link in the description. And that's it. Catch you on the next one.